Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So true, but how many of us truly exercise our faith? Martin Luther King Jr. said, faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Faith is more than hope or wishful thinking. It requires power and action. Without it, the journey of becoming stalls even before it begins. Hello everyone, I am Becky Imoisili, the voice of transformation and becoming, and your host on Beyond Words and Becoming with Becky, a space where we go beyond just words and mere motivation to embrace lasting transformation and become everything we are created to be. Today's topic is titled, Becoming Requires Faith. Becoming requires faith because transformation is not instant. It is a process that unfolds gradually, often in silence and sometimes in pain. Faith is trusting that even when we don't see any change, we believe that God is still at work, shaping us into all we are meant to be. To become greater than we are now, we must have faith in the process and in ourselves. Faith is the quiet courage that moves us through the storms of doubt and fear. It enables us to take the first step into the unknown. Imagine a farmer planting a seed. He sows the seed into the soil and waters the soil. But for weeks, nothing seems to happen, no visible sign of growth. Yet this farmer continues to nurture the soil, believing that in due season, the seed will sprout and bear fruit. That is faith. Believing in the unseen, trusting in the process even when results are delayed. Faith allows you to see beyond the now. It gives you the eyes to see beyond your current season. It makes you believe that where you are now is not the end of your story. Faith sees light with the heart even when the eyes sees darkness. Faith trusts God's timing. Becoming doesn't happen overnight. It is a process of pruning, refining, and preparing. Faith whispers, you are not late. You are in the process. It tells you that God is not just preparing your destination. He is also preparing you for that destination. Faith requires letting go. Becoming sometimes requires us to release some things that are familiar. Faith is saying yes to God even when the whole picture hasn't been revealed. Abraham had to leave his comfort zone, his family, his land, to walk into a process that he hadn't seen. That is faith. Faith believes even when it hurts. Let's be honest, there are seasons when faith seems heavy. Your prayers seem unanswered. Your mind is so clouded and you begin to wonder. Faith doesn't deny reality. It just refuses to be defined by it. It doesn't eliminate the storm, but it gives you strength to stand on it. Faith produces transformation. Becoming first starts inside before it manifests outside. Becoming is believing that your past does not disqualify your purpose. Your past doesn't define who you are now. Becoming requires faith because without it, you will stop so soon. But with faith, you will rise, build, and walk boldly into all you were created to be. Thank you so much for staying with me on the show today. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next week, remember that faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase.